On the mystery retreat, we spent a good amount of time via discussion and exercises, almost like a fireside chat, if you will, asking questions about God, about faith, but in particular about Roman Catholicism. Now, we really can't duplicate that experience in this virtual mystery retreat, but what I can do is offer you maybe a sample of the type of conversation that we would have on this retreat. Some of the more common questions that we wrestle with on the mystery retreat might sound like this. Am I a Catholic if I have no problem with gay marriage? Or am I still Catholic if I engage in sexual intimacy before marriage? Or maybe a question might be, if I question any part of the church's teaching on contraception, do I still get to go to communion or do I have to refrain from going to communion? These are what we call hot button issues that usually come up on this retreat. And any informed Catholic really already knows what the magisterium's teaching is on these topics. But notice, though, that the question really isn't so much about what the church teaches. The kind of questions we deal with, or the topic that we deal with most often on this retreat is, am I fully a part of the church if I don't fully espouse some teachings of the church? The real question that we delve into on this retreat is a questioning Catholic still a Catholic? Now, there are those Catholics, many of whom that I've met, who have an all or nothing attitude towards this. They might say that a Catholic is someone who accepts and embraces all the teachings of the church as final and as in no need of further development. Then I suppose there's people on the other end of the spectrum who will call them anything goes Catholics. They might say, Catholic is anyone who wishes himself or herself to be Catholic without really needing to adhere to any creed or dogma. But anyone with an adult faith would tell you this. A Catholic is someone who accepts and embraces the Christian creed as handed down to us throughout the ages, who personally and communally commits to the mission of Jesus, who respects and learns from our wisdom tradition, and who grows in grace from there. In other words, Catholics are part of what we call a living tradition. We have formed teachings and doctrines over the centuries as a result of God's ongoing revelation. But we've always been open to the development of doctrine. That's what's meant by the Greek word metanoia, which means to change one's mind or to turn around. As John Henry Cardinal Newman is famously quoted as saying, to change, or to live is to change, and to be perfect is to have changed often. Every Catholic ministry of which I've been a part of has invited and encouraged all Catholics, including especially young people, to reflect on and question the teachings of Roman Catholicism without the threat of being called not Catholic or not Orthodox. A questioning Catholic is a good Catholic, and any baptized Catholic is baptized for life, no matter what. So if you're Catholic, and your current lived experience is telling you that something is true and right, but it seems to go against some of the non-creedal teachings of the church, like the ones that I mentioned earlier, then yeah, you're still a Catholic, and it's your conscience that is the ultimate sanctuary within which you stand before God. I would say that anything goes or all or nothing, both those mindsets are inadequate. Mature Catholicism invites you to check your own experience, weigh it with scripture and tradition, and then grow in grace from there. It allows the door of our soul to remain open so that the teachings and the doctrine can help form the faith of the church, the people of God, and so that the lived experience of the people of God, the church, can help form doctrine.